We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss direct resistance furnace and indirect resistance furnace. Basically they are application of resistance heating. So let us discuss them in detail. Okay. So this is Professor Rajesh Yadav from Shankar Singh Waghela Bapu College of Engineering. Okay. So before going to resistance furnaces, it is compulsory and it is mandatory to understand on which principle it works. So resistance furnace basically works on a principle, very fundamental principle or effect of current. What is that effect? That effect is that whenever a current will pass through a resistance, it will generate heat, and we can use that heat for various purposes. So that is the principle on which it works. So as let us look here. So first I am discussing what is heating effect of electric current. So heating effect of current, suppose I am having a resistance R2 as indicated on this screen. From this current there is a flow of current I, and voltage difference between the end terminals is V. It is just for the sake of proof, but suppose it is a resistance R and current flowing through this resistance is I, then irrespective of anything there will be generation of heat that equals I square RT. So this I square RT amount of heat can be used for different purposes. So that is the principle, and this can be proved by this way. This can be proved by this way. Power P is always equal to V into I. Power P is always equal to V into I. In place of I, he had already written Q by T. But let us simplify this because I want everything in form of current. So in place of V, I am again writing uh, that is V. Directly we can write in place of V. Actually, it is equation of power. Now for energy equal to power into time, and but energy into energy equal to power into time, and in place of power V into I again. So we are getting an equation E equal to I R I T, from where this I in place of V he had written I. So this is basically comes I square RT. But here is our main goal, that is resistance furnace. So basically resistance furnaces can be classified in 2 types. One is direct resistance furnace and one is an indirect resistance furnace. Or so what, first let us differentiate what we mean by direct resistance furnace and indirect resistance furnace. Direct resistance furnace means in that furnace the heat will be generated in the charge means the material to which we want to melt. So heat, when the heat is generated in the charge itself, that is known as direct kind of heating. So okay, so here I am, so here you can see from the figure, I am having a closed chamber, basically that is our furnace, and in this closed chamber I am having the material to be melted. The material to be melted is known as charge, and for melting that we have inserted two electrodes inside, but mind it, these two electrodes are deeply inserted in the charge. Okay, so and these two electrodes are supplied by AC supply or DC supply. Okay, one, so they are supplied by AC or DC supply. So mind it, when there will be current in this structure, if I am supplying current, current can only flow through this electrode and to this electrode when this medium is conductive. So one thing is that, so conductive, that means it should be metallic material, but as I said, it should be metallic, but the heat generated will also depend on the I square RT, that means current, as well as on the resistance of material. So current will come from this electrode and it will pass through these charges, and so when current is passing through these charges, as I am indicating, there will be generation of heat according to I square RT, and that heat is it generated in the charge itself, and we want to melt it. So this kind of heating or this kind of resistance furnace is known as direct resistance furnace. Okay, so principle is very simple. I am supplying current, working is very simple. I am supplying current through this electrode, and this current is passing through the charges, and in this charge it is generating I square RT heat, and since heat is generated in the charge itself, so this is known as direct resistance furnace. Okay. Now let us go ahead to indirect resistance furnace. So what we mean by indirect resistance furnace, or what do we mean by indirect heating? A heating method in which the heat is generated somewhere else, and that heat is propagated by some mechanism up to the charge. Those kind of heating methods are known as indirect heating methods. So here again I am having a closed chamber. In that closed chamber I am having a heating element indicated by this coil of resistance. It is supplied by AC or DC supply. The material to which I want to melt, that is charge, is here in a different block but near to the heating coil and both side. So, and this is outer wall of your furnace. So structure is pretty clear. Here is heating element or heating coil. Here it is charge. Sorry. Okay. So here is charge. Now, when supply is provided to the heating element, current will flow through this resistive path, and an excessive amount of a heavy amount of heat will be generated in the heating element. That heat will propagate in its surrounding, and it will heat up the charge that is lying near to the heating coil. So because of that, that charge will get warm up, heat up, and it will get melt. So in this case also the principle is resistive heating, but the type of furnace is indirect resistance heating, since heat is generated here in the heating element, so that heat is propagated up to the charge. So heat is not generated in the charge, so it is a kind of indirect resistance heating. So these are two types of resistive heating furnaces. One is direct resistive heating furnace, another is indirect resistive heating furnace. So that's it. This was the working principle of direct and indirect resistance furnaces. Thank you for watching.